lectern's very high, isn't it? Or I'm just short. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Did everyone have fun at the awards last night? So, welcome to the Independent Hotels Show. My name's Katerina Albanese, and I'm the content director for the show. It's day 2. We have another full schedule of exciting sessions for you. But first, we have Pitch Live, a wonderful new initiative to shine a light on some of the fantastic suppliers we have here at the show today. We received so many exciting entries, which highlights the standard of products and innovations at the show this year, and it was a really difficult process to select these 3 finalists. The finalists today have 5 minutes to pitch to our panel of expert judges. You might be dragons. Let's see how you feel today. They'll then take a few minutes to discuss before we announce the winner. The winning pitch will receive a generous discount for next year's show, an extensive marketing package, and an introduction to our media partners for extra opportunities. So before I invite our first pitch up onto the stage, I'd like to introduce our dragons. Or better yet, I'll ask you to introduce yourselves.
Okay. Morning. I am what it says, Willem van der Zee, Director of Operations for Pandox. Pandox, you know, is a stock-listed company, 157 hotels, out of which we operate ourselves 22 with different brands. And I'm, on top of it, General Manager of the Hotel Brussels, which is an independent hotel with 421 keys. So basically based in Belgium, living in Antwerp, and happy to be here today as judge or dragon or whatever.
My name is Gladys. I work for Preferred Hotels and Resorts for the region of Europe, Africa, Middle East and South Asia. We are independent, the largest independent hotel collection in the world with about 700 hotels. So happy to be here today.
My name is Vincent van Dijk. I'm a trend forecaster specialized in hospitality. I'm a journalist. I write for Entree magazine. And I am partner in HBMO. It's a marketing and PR agency. And I'm really happy that I can be a dragon today. One of my favorite programs.
You like that character, good. So on to the finalists. And up first, we have Dirk from La Colie. You have 5 minutes. I'm going to be timekeeping. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks very much. Some sunshine here. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Dirk Tasla. I'm from La Colie. Yesterday, we stand here on the same stage and we won the Partnership of the Year award. So and today I'm going to tell you more about our solution. La Colie is a WhatsApp solution for communication between hotel and hotel guests. And we use it for several goals to help hotels. So what we can do, we can send automatically WhatsApp messages to the guests, pre-arrival, in-house, or after they left. And we can add buttons in the message, and the guests can click on the buttons, and every time they click, a new message will be appearing. As said, it's between the booking and check-in. You can tell everything about arrival and stay. Practical information. You can do already some upsell, offer personal extras. During stay, you can do room service. You can ask for feedback about their stay. And after the checkout, some discounts for rebookings. Yeah, so what we do, we share the relevant information. We avoid the frequent asked questions. So we see that there's the amount of questions, the regular questions are really dropping when we're sending those WhatsApp messages. There we go. We receive interesting guest details. So we can ask for arrival times. We can ask for other information about their stay or about their arrival. And we can offer the personal extras, as we already mentioned, so for extra revenue. We started last year. We see some very interesting results. The interaction is quite high comparing to the emails. Emails are not opened, are not read very well. And here, with the buttons and with the information via WhatsApp, we have an interaction of 85%. So that's very high comparing to the emails of the daily, today the rates. We get an ROI of 7.2. So it's a very lucrative business to send WhatsApp messages. And we got a lot of happy reactions from guests. They see it as helpful. They see it very easy way of reading everything about their stay and arrival. A long list, not everything, but a long list of what we provide, and the platforms we use to communicate with. We mainly focus on WhatsApp because that's like big here in Europe and west of Europe. But of course, there are a lot of other platforms we can send also the message to. We can select on nationality, we receive from the PMS, and we can send the preferred way of the platform of the guest. In the language of the guest. So we build the communication flows. The hotels can build their own communication flows, translate them automatically, and we send them automatically to the guest on the preset times when the hotel wants to send the messages. And everything can be adjusted and created in their own dashboard. We offer Locally for €2.50 per room per month. Very clean, very fixed price, and we manage everything for this price. You get the onboarding, you get the support. We look after the flows. If we see the questions still are some very specific questions are getting in, we can edit them in the flow, so those questions won't come any longer. And questions that are coming in outside the flow, so people read everything and they still have a very specific question, we can send back in our dashboard, and the hotel can respond in the dashboard, or even with some PMS systems, we're very good integrated and send the messages directly into the PMS, so the reception or the staff can react from there. And that's it. And now I'll invite you to try it yourself by scanning this QR code and see it as you are as a guest. And that's it. I'm not sure about time. Yes, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You had 1 minute to spare. Well done.
How's everyone doing?
Over to you, judges. I believe you have some questions.
First of all, I want to say that it's a great solution. People don't read emails anymore, and hotels keep sending emails, and I don't know why. This is a very good solution. Hotels always ask, where do I have to start with innovation and implementing technology? I think this is a very clear example. Everybody understands WhatsApp. I think the name is a bit tricky. I can't remember it. I told you before.
Yeah.
And I think the way of communication is still a bit formal. It looks like communicating with a chatbot. I think WhatsApp should be a bit more personal, but that's my personal opinion.
Thank you very much.
This was not a question, but maybe you have a question.
Yeah.
So GDPR has been a hot topic, of course, for the past few years. Do hotels or guests have to tick that they will allow receiving WhatsApp, or how do you deal with GDPR?
Good question. It's basically the same as mailing. So when they make a booking, it's like an extension. They opt in for mailing as well for communication via messaging apps. So it's.
And what percentage of people allows to receive WhatsApp?
Well, the same as they allows to receive emails, but because it's not like direct marketing, it's not. It's more like for a booking itself. Information about the booking. It's quite the same as the emails. Good question.
Right. With me, you are going to talk a little bit about numbers. 7.6 ROI?
7.2.
7.2. Why not 8? Why not 10? Why not 5? Can you explain me the module? How do you get to 7.2?
Yeah, so we see upsell. People really like to book via.
How do you measure it?
Sorry?
How do you measure it? Upsell.
Well, we see the revenue coming out of the things, the items that booked via WhatsApp. And a month ago it was 7. Now it's 7.2. We still increasing the number. But we see like, yeah, it's comparing what do we sell via WhatsApp to comparing to what we cost.
Okay, then I think you penalize big box hotels. If you have 421 rooms, why should I pay 421 rooms times 250, whereas my colleague with 100 rooms only pays, let's say, for the same service, much less?
Because you earn more money because you have more rooms, more bookings.
No, I don't agree.
No? And why not?
Because I don't agree.
All right. Well, that's a good opinion.
Is it open for negotiation?
Always. Yeah.
Ah, how much?
Let's talk a little bit more later. But no, we always can talk about possibilities. Yeah.
How many hotels are using your service already?
I think about 30, 35 now. We're within Netherlands, Europe, and we started this year also in Philippines, Costa Rica. So going fast. Yeah.
So you don't need any investment. We want to
Always.
invest
We always
like
want to grow,
a million
make it
euros.
bigger. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm ready to invest 1,000 euros, though I get 7,200 euros back by the end of the year.
Sounds like a good investment. I should sign. Yeah.
Well, no, it's me asking you the question.
yeah.
If in the audience there is people willing to spend 1,000 euros,
Yeah.
what it is they get back?
If they like use the platform on room base, you can earn like the 7.2.
No, that was not my question.
Sorry. I come to you.
If they invest
Yeah.
1,000 euros
Yeah.
in order for you to scale up, what is the return they will get on the money?
I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet.
Okay.
No. But again, I'm very open to discuss. So if you have $1,000, please visit.
Gladys made a very valid point on GDPR, and you skipped it a little bit. Where's the data stored?
On our own service, and we make agreement with hotels.
But
Depending
is
on
that
the
server in China, or is it in the US?
Europe.
Is it here in Amsterdam?
Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. And the hotel decides how long we keep the data, and we push back the data in the PMS for the guest profiles. But it's really up to the hotel how long they want to keep the data, and afterwards we remove everything.
So when guest responds to the WhatsApp message, the message goes directly to the hotel or to you?
Hotel.
But you can follow the whole conversation.
We could. We don't do it.
Okay.
We only track like the way of the buttons are used
Okay.
to advise, replace buttons, make it better, improve the flow.
Okay, so that's how you track what works and what doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Only with buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people read your message this morning?
Not yet. Not yet. No. We were already here, so didn't see the figures yet, but I heard some good feedback.
And the one of yesterday?
Not yet. I'm not sure yet either. This is something for after the show.
Okay.
Would it be possible to add artificial intelligence that
We're working on that. It's a very interesting topic because what we try to avoid questions. And we think when the question is that specific, that it's not in our flow, our EA won't be able to solve it as well, and you will be like bot-wise, you will send to the reception. So we really believe in make the flow very good. And when there is a question, it's that specific, you probably want to speak to someone at reception or just want to personal feedback. So that's we experimenting with it, but we're here from a lot of hotels back. Please not just let us know so we know what happens in the hotel. Cool. All right.
are there questions from the audience?
I think that's it. Well done.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You okay there? Do you want some sunglasses? Does anyone have any sunglasses for Vincent?
This was. I thought you wanted to put the
Spotlight on you.
spotlight on them, but not on me. But
Exactly. Okay, fantastic. Hedwig. This is Hedwig from Actual. She's up next. Here you go.
Oh, the clicker. Yes. Thank you. Ah, yes. Okay, sorry. Uh, sorry about that. Yes, hello. I'm Hetty Geinsman. I'm the co-founder of Actual with AEC, the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. And Actual is the platform for fully circular and customizable interior and architectural features at scale, made via 3D printing of recycled waste materials. You probably all know this, but the construction industry is one of the largest polluters in the world. Over 40% of all global carbon emissions are caused by it, and it's also causing about 1/3 of all the world's waste. And sadly, we're not only talking waste here, we're also talking waste of economic value. Because on average, every, let's say, 5 to 7 years, commercial interiors, like hotels, are changed, refurbished, causing to a tremendous loss of economic value in a 2 trillion interior refurbishment industry. So what do we do at Actual? Our users go online, they pick a system or an object, they can very easily configure it to their taste. This can be an end client like you, or it can be an architect. Then a 3D print file is generated in our software. It's sent to a 3D printer, it's manufactured, and a local installer can very easily install it because it already fits. And after use, we make sure that the material is shredded and it's directly ready for reprint, and it can be fed directly into the system again. So we don't only have a fully circular material loop, but we actually also have a data-driven feedback loop, because every time we can improve our products and we can make them smarter and smarter. So what kind of products do we offer? We have products of objects and systems, and all our products, they are based on design algorithms that enable everyone to create fully tailored designs to their taste. We can create an infinite amount or generate an infinite amount of design instances, so that it's really tailored to your brand. And the materials that we work with, they are recycled waste materials and also plant-based materials. We work with global partners so that we can really ensure global quality. For instance, we recently signed a global partnership with Tetra Pak. That's also why I brought my prop. You see it here, because what do we do? In a long procedure, I won't explain it, but the inner foils of the drink cartons, and there's 200 billion of these produced on a yearly base, we can now really print beautiful interior items. And I have a few to show you in a bit. So where do we produce? We have our own large 3D print facility in Amsterdam, where we have 4 of these robots printing 24/7. And we also now have a few more hubs in the EU. And next year we're also expanding to the USA. If you want to have a visit, please come and see us in Amsterdam. And then some of the examples. So we basically print ceilings, flooring, furniture, wall paneling. And what is really nice is that you can really create tailored designs that, for instance, offer light or shade and privacy, like these screens that you see here. But also, for instance, this is another system. This is the pixel brick system. And here you really easily can just convert the pixels to your taste, and then you can create your own design. So this is one version of it. But this is another version of the totally similar system. So it shows that with one system, you really can create an infinite amount of tailored options. This is another of our systems. This is called the wrap. It literally wraps around your building, so around columns, around desks. You can also create beautiful planters with it, for instance, that you also see here on this slide. So these are all made out of the Tetra Pak material, for instance. Actually, if you go to the Earthwater stand, that's right over there, you see also some of our planters that are made of this material. Some more planters. Our products work in all kinds of interiors, whether it's very modern or very lavish. And we also make steps to the outdoors. So we primarily work indoors, but this is, for instance, an example of a small pavilion that we 3D printed for Hermès. This was here in the summer, but now it's been shredded again and it's reprinted for new use. And this is an example on a bigger scale of a pavilion for the UAE last year at the Floriade. And this entire pavilion has now been shredded and it's now ready for reprint. So how does this circular model work? We now offer a take-back service. So the majority of our products we take back free of charge, and we take care of the recycling. And the next phase is that clients can also subscribe to a product. I'm almost finishing, but for who do we work? Well, we work already all over the globe. We ship our products flat pack, and they're fairly lightweight. We've done over 100 projects for clients like Disney, Google, Dior, Nike, BMW. And we also get quite raving reviews. Forbes, for instance, recently wrote an article about us saying that we have the ultimate upcycling approach. But strangely enough, we haven't done any hotel interior yet. So I would love it to change. And that's also why we're here. So we have a small booth in the Circular Lab, and we'd love to answer all your questions there. And of course, to the judges.
That was great. Thank you so much. Over to the dragons.
Yeah, I will start again.
Yes, maybe I can.
I can't see you, but I know that you're there. No, the design looks absolutely fabulous. We see a lot of hotels that want to do something with sustainability and circularity, but then we see most walls and plants in the lobby and a lot of wood. But this is the future. I love data-driven design. The idea. It looks great. You're not really a startup. The other nominees are starters. You already work for Hermès and Nike and Uber, but
I'd like to debate the notion startup, but we're definitely open for investors. But that's maybe another talk.
okay.
Yeah.
We play good cop, bad cop. You can be the critical dragon.
I was about to say, show me the money.
What do you mean with show me the money?
Well, you have independent hoteliers.
Yeah.
Not everybody has large facilities like the Dutch Parliament. I mean, a hotel, 20 rooms. What do I need to reckon per square meter, or how does the module function?
Yeah, so our starting price for products is about 290 euros per square meters. And that's for a nice room divider. And we can also really value engineer, because the lighter and the more open the product gets, the more affordable it gets. So we sell to all kinds of clients. We also have clients, let's say, not with a big wallet, and they can have really tailored, beautiful solutions. So when you compare us to tailor-made items, we are already more affordable.
But let's say starting shot is 290 a square meter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Why not on retail? Why not on the household?
We do loads of retail. So we primarily do now workplace and retail design. So for instance, we do a lot for Nike. Household is the next phase, because we have to then accommodate with our software all those demands. So we have a web shop, and if you'd like to, do buy a product of ours, but it's not something we market already now. So about 99% of what we do is B2B. Also because then for us it's easier to facilitate the take-back service.
I had a question about the take-back service, because you explained that you ship it flat-packed.
Yeah.
But I can imagine after such an installation has been installed, it's quite a challenge for the customers to ship it back in the same way that it was shipped to them. So how do you handle that?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. And that's also why we now only offer that in Europe. Because here it's fairly easy to provide that. And of course, since we exist now for a few years, it has not already happened that often. But for instance, we also do a lot of fairs. And there it's really the case that it's, the transporter. And maybe to explain, it doesn't matter how it's shipped back. Because you can just, it sounds a bit stupid, but you can just really tear it off, put it in a bag, ship it to us, and the little flakes, everything is just directly fed into the printer again.
But from a sustainability perspective, it matters how big it is, right? When you ship it back?
Yeah. So what is best is that you... Yeah.
Like putting it in a paper.
Yeah.
Hoteliers are keen on design.
Yes.
Piet Boon, Vincent van Duysen, Philip Starr,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you do it with a robot. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, so I know all those designers, and for instance, Patricia Urquiola, another famous designer, she loves her work. We work with, for instance, MVRDV, with OMA, so famous architects, and what they actually love is that it's really a new craft, because it enables them to really create tailored designs. So you should really also think of it like that. It's definitely not a push of a button. I'm myself actually an architect. We're already printing for 10 years. It's a very long story, but we really wanted to enable, make these tools available for everyone to use.
Vincent?
Yes, what I don't understand, Floriade was tear down after 1 year. Why didn't you design it in a way that you can reuse it totally,
Yeah.
instead of put it in the printer again?
That is a very good question, because there's a lot of debate in the architectural community about it, because then you have to design modular. But it also, in a way, makes the design opportunities perhaps a bit limited if you as a brand want to stand out and really make a statement. And what we offer is really a sustainable solution. So actually the UAE themselves bought back part of the material, and they're now printing new items that they will use forever.
But it costs a lot of energy to print it,
so
right?
that's so great, and we have all the data on that. But don't ping me on the. But we have all the EPDs and all the data on it. Every cycle we reduce -80 CO2 percent. Because it's a mechanical process. So in that sense, 3D printing and circular manufacturing, it's really like the holy grail. Because it's very simple to shred it and then reuse it. You don't have to melt it. It's a very simple process.
That sounds convincing, I must say.
You alluded to you might want to get some money or investors. Could you share a light? So let's say we are ready to spend or collect, crowdfund 50,000 euros. How does it work? Is there an ROI?
Of course, all money is welcome, but I can explain. We have a few investors. For instance, Tony Fadel, the inventor of the Nest thermostat, he's an investor, and also AKEF and Doen. They are Dutch impact funds. But as you also know, the current investment climate is a bit more difficult. So right now we're very focused on making more money. But of course, if an investor is interested, they're always very welcome to come see what we do in Amsterdam.
Any questions from the audience?
Any questions from the audience? Yeah. No? Oh, here's one. Do you want me to, can I take one of your?
Hello, thanks. I was wondering, what is your lead time? Because I guess
Yeah.
you are quite limited in terms of machinery. So the more clients you attract, the longer the waiting list. So I guess you need new investors in order to
No, that's a
buy
great.
a new machine.
Oh, I could talk about this forever. It's a great question, but it's 8 weeks. So we now already have overcapacity facilitated in several countries. It's a long story. We developed our own printing hub. But the great thing is that the last few years, more and more printing companies start to appear, but they're actually very focused, for instance, on printing boats and printing Mickey Mouses. Sorry, and we really help them with printing, interior objects. So that's something that we've done the last year. So if you have a question, you have it in 8 weeks.
Yeah. And second question, quickly. Are those companies that you provide your services to, are they forced to send it back, or could they also quickly get rid of it?
Of course, they can use it forever. It lasts indefinitely. And indeed, they could theoretically muffle it away. And that's something that we are... muffle is a word. Sorry.
We just found a new word.
I didn't have enough coffee yet. But that's something that we're working on. And like what we actually notice is that we really start to build a relationship with our clients, and that they also like us to pick it up for them. They don't have to send it back for us. They only have to make sure that it's somewhere that we can pick it up. So that's how it's done. Oh.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Hedwig. Thank you. And up next, we've got Dirk from
I think I have a microphone.
Upcup. You do have a.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
have
this
a
is Vincent's. It's your turn to
Does
mumble
everybody
on
hear me?
stage.
Great. Well, big shout out to the previous pitchers. Great job. And I think it's interesting that you have selected three very different products. I'm from Oopkop, and I'm going to take you through some slides. And the first couple of them are interactive. So my question to you, raise your hand if the question I'm asking to you is something which you're familiarized with. The first question is, before I start explaining what Oopkop is all about, and is it working? It is. Who would say over here they are using their phone over 2 or 3 hours a day? Raise your hand if you. And who would say that you are actually distracted by using your phone? Some of you do. Next question. Who would say over here that they have ambition? Quite some. And who would say that they actually sometimes find it difficult to shape that ambition, to make those ambitions smart, and sometimes you need some extra help? None? Some. Really good. Next question. Who would say that they have an overload on agenda items on your agenda every week? And sometimes it's difficult to create the focus every day. Recognizable as well between the judges. Fourth question. Who sets a goal every year? I want to stop smoking. I want more sports. I want to see my family more. Some of you do. And who would say it's sometimes difficult to keep up with those goals? So after 2 months, you signed up with a gym, and after 2 months, you find out you didn't went to the gym at all. Some people do. The last question. Who over here would say that they sometimes feel that their energy is a little bit low? That they're a little bit exhausted after a long week? And as well over here, some people say yes, and it's very common and it's very normal. 75% of the workforce in the Netherlands experience stress on a weekly basis. So it's very common over here. Over 75%, 3/4 of this room experience stress, and it's common and it's okay to experience stress. But the question is, and why I ask you these questions, everybody is different. Some people set ambitions, some people don't. Some people set goals, some people don't. And as an employer, as an hotelier, it's sometimes difficult to match all these different requests from your employees and to make sure you offer the right support to every employee. Every employee is different, so how do you help them with the challenges they have? That's why we started Oopkop. Renier and I, both from the Hotel School Amsterdam The Hague, started Oopkop 1.5 years ago, and Oopkop stands for open mind. We hope to give people an open mind again, and we do this by offering mental health support to every employee. And since every employee is different, we provide the largest marketplace in the Netherlands, and actually the only marketplace in the Netherlands, to give your employees access to, and they can choose whatever they want to invest in its mental health. Such a very important topic these days. 1.3 million people in the Netherlands suffer from burnout symptoms, and it costs employers, hoteliers, so much money if people are in a burnout. So what we do, we try to focus on the people and not on the profit. If you, as an hotelier, focus on your people, the profit will follow. If you make sure your people are in the right place, they have the right support, they will thrive and eventually help you as a company or help you as a hotel to thrive with the total. And it's very well known, all research has shown, happy and involved employees lead to less turnover, lead to less burnouts, and lead to higher productivity. So the cases are so clear, just make sure you focus on your employees. And not on the curative side, not when it's already too late. Focus on the preventive side. So how do we do this? With Oopkop, we have a method of 4 initiatives. The first is insights, then we offer support, then we have inspiration, and at last, impact. So the first thing is insights. How full is your battery status? It's sometimes so difficult to know how full your battery status is and what influences this battery status. So every month, we offer you a well-being check with 10 questions, and every employee can fill it in individually and anonymously. And by that, people get a personalized dashboard on how full your battery status is and what factors influence this battery status. So you can focus on the things which keep your battery status a little bit low. You as an employer do not get the individual results. You only see on a monthly basis the total score of all your employees who filled it in. Next, we offer support. I truly believe that there should always be someone available you can go to. Every employee should always have someone available to ask your questions. We have certified coaches available 5 days a week via chat or via video for your employees. So they can go an external coach, not within the hotel, but externally, and help and ask the questions they want. Third, inspiration. So we give inspirations by masterclasses, by challenges, by videos and podcasts to give your employees all the information about mental health. It's not only meditation and yoga, it's also time management, how to say no, how to keep up with your goals. So we give them all the inspiration they need. And at last, we offer a marketplace with over 250 providers in 14 categories. From coaches to psychologists, from breathwork to meditation, mindfulness, nutrition, you name it. Give your employees the access to all these kinds of providers, and they help your employees to stay mentally fit. And once again, if you focus on them, they thrive and the hotel will thrive. What we result in, 20% reduction in sick leave, a higher employee or higher employer satisfaction. We improve mental health by 97%, and we have very high active usage, the highest in the market. And we have a great hotel already. I saw Flores Doubletree in the Central Station offer this to its employees, and we see results. That's it. 5 minutes, hopefully short enough. Thank you very much.
Well done, Dirk. Thank you very much. Over to you.
All right.
Thank you.
Shoot me.
When the company is not going to be a success, you can always be a guru.
Thank you.
I think the idea of outsourcing this kind of things is a good idea for hotels. Everybody wants to keep their staff, so this is very good to offer. I have only one question. You want to be international, successfully. Why on earth would you call it Oopkop? Nobody understands that name.
It's a long question, and maybe we will change the name in a bit. But Oopkop is African for open mind, and we try to keep the name a little bit not you had the challenge with Woobly, zweverig. We want to make it a little bit hip, attracting, so that's why we came up with Oopkop. It's open mind. People actually, when they walk away, like, what is this strange name, but they remember it. So, and Oopkop really works as well.
Okay. At this moment, you only have one hotel that is working with your services. 3 already?
Yeah, 3 already.
Since yesterday, 2 more.
No, 3 already. No. Zoku, Hilton, and the hotel in the east of the Netherlands. And we really want to help more hoteliers to help staying your employees mentally fit, or keeping your employees mentally fit.
Okay.
You mentioned you have a very unique platform, but when you go on LinkedIn nowadays, you see a lot of other websites like Mindler, Specialistnet. How do you differ from these competitors?
It's very easy. All our competitors are focusing on one theme, so coaching or psychologist, and that leads to a very low active usage. They have active usage of 5%. That means that 95% of your employees is not being helped with the solution. And with our range of 14 categories, you offer the different categories to every employee, and that's why we get a high active usage. So there's no marketplace like us in the market.
And you're focusing solely on hotels?
No, we focus on actually every company in the Netherlands. We can start from only one employee because we really hope to keep all employees mentally fit. But we see that in hotels, well, the majority of the hotels suffer or face challenges with attracting good staff, keeping the staff inside. And the majority of the workforce are between, well, let's say 16, 17 till 40. And that group of people face these challenges a lot these days.
And what's the investment for a hotel?
The investment. So to start with, you pay €3 per employee per month. So that's 36 euros per employee per year. And then you get access to Oopkop, to the unlimited coaching, to the insights and inspiration. And if you also want to give access to the marketplace, you facilitate a budget. So you can decide if people get an individual budget or you have a company budget, and they can spend that budget at the marketplace.
All right. In the international hospitality business in Amsterdam and beyond, you have a multicultural workforce.
Yeah.
I saw the language, I think it was only in English. How about French, German, Filipino, Sri Lanka, Maghreb languages? When is that going to happen?
So the marketplace is available in Dutch and English. The coaches are available in more than 16 languages.
Okay,
so from Japanese, Chinese to Portuguese, you name it.
Okay. And then the data you presented with the reduction in sickness and the improved work climate is based on the 3 hotels you currently have as a customer.
No, it's based on the 120 companies we acquired last year. So we're now live for 1.5 years, and this data is over the 120 companies who already signed up with Opcom. Yeah.
So, what is it you need from the crowd?
Well, first of all, I really hope that the crowd starts investing preventively in the mental health of its employees, and we can help you with that. Second of all, as pitchers, we always need for funding.
Hang on, Dick. Yeah, but okay, in Belgium and Netherlands, we are lucky enough that we have a good social security. There are many platforms out there where people can actually access that free of charge within their insurance, within their healthcare package, be it legal or be it independent. So why should I add more and pay you €3 per month per employee?
Because it's reactive. Everything which is offered now is all reactive on the curative side, and we focus on the preventive side.
Gladys asked a question earlier on GDPR. How do you work around that?
Well, good question. All data is, well, we have our own tech team. All servers and data are stored in Amsterdam, and everything is locked. So we actually don't see the data of the users as well. So actually, we only manage to facilitate a management dashboard to the employer, so they see the active usage, but they can't relate it to the individual. So you only, as an employer, see we have 55 employees, and 50 filled in the monthly well-being check, 10 people use the coach, but you can't relate it to the individual. That's very important. The whole platform is anonymous, and that's what I believe in, because sometimes the barrier is quite high to invest in mental health. It's for some people very...
I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut you off there. I'm so sorry, but we're running out of time.
No problem.
Thank you very, very much, Dirk. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
So, Dirk, Hedwig, Dirk, if you wouldn't mind just waiting here, I'm going to take the dragons behind the stage and we're going to figure out the winner. But whilst we do, you have a lovely trends video created by our ambassador Vincent to watch.
In a hotel, it's no longer just about providing guests with a good bed and a warm shower. It's about well-being. It's about the complete experience in which all senses are stimulated. The guests want to feel the texture of the walls and the fabric of the bed sheets. They want to hear music, be surprised by unique scents, taste exciting new flavors, and be surrounded by splendor. In uncertain times like these, hotels become a safe haven for guests to retreat to. Places where people can escape reality for a day or two, where they can be surprised by creativity, or where they can simply ease their minds and relax. Guests like to be surrounded by nature. This green aspiration can also be seen in the demand for food and beverages. Hotels offer restaurants and bars where plant-based items define the menu, and where guests can taste special flavors and products in a sustainable and responsible way, keeping health a top priority. Design is also becoming an increasingly important element in hotel interiors. More often, hotels opt to implement their own unique style, as regularly replacing trend-sensitive interiors is anything but sustainable. Creating and implementing a unique design gives a hotel its own identity and will last for eternity. However, it is also possible to return to the past and reuse centuries-old buildings by giving them a sustainable coat to preserve their rich heritage for future generations. We also recognise a trend in recycling furniture and old materials. Overall, the emergence of circular hotels is in full swing. Sustainability is no longer a hype, but a standard. Moreover, art has become more predominant in hotels. People like to escape reality and gain inspiration through art. Hotels are becoming the new galleries and museums and will turn into important platforms for local artists as they are able to showcase their artworks in the rooms and common areas of the hotel. In general, hotels are becoming an important partner to support the currently struggling cultural sector. Hotel shops are turning into hubs for unique products. Instead of souvenirs, top design and artworks are exclusively sold at the shops, turning hotels into hubs for unique products. Hotels are given a different purpose and are turning into meeting places for like-minded people. A place where people work, live, recreate, play sports, study and eat. Hotels are turning into venues where digital nomads live. Venues where we discover that, no matter where from, people are all the same. People see hotels as a way to escape this uncertain reality, filled with climate problems, wars and faltering economies. People are spending their money more consciously, but desire to surround themselves with luxury, quality and local. Because when people travel, they want to connect. Connect with locals, the local cuisine, the local culture and the local crafts. They do not want their plates to be filled with conventional food. New forms of luxury are emerging. Luxury that's sustainable, accessible and affordable. Conclusively, personalization is becoming more and more critical. Each guest is unique and should be treated differently. The more personal, the better. While technology is constantly developing to improve processes like check-in and payment, the staff focuses on improving its service to its guests.
It's a good video, isn't it? That was really difficult. They've really struggled with that. If I could just ask our judges to come back out. So before we announce the winners, I'm just going to ask each judge to give a little bit of feedback on each of you, and then we'll announce who has won Pitch Live. Gladys, would you like to start?
Yeah. I'm giving some feedback on actual. We really like the presentation. It was. We think it's very relevant right now, sustainable, the future. People want change quickly, which is possible without harming the environment too much. So we were very impressed with your presentation. And we like the fact that you're here to open up a new market, which is the independent hotel space.
I would like to feedback on Oopkop. I'm not going to mention anything about the name. You had a very energetic presentation. We love that very much. We believe in the concept, in the outsourcing, and connect the employees to specialists. We think it can be really, really successful. Absolutely. Maybe one idea to give a guarantee that some employee, when he gets a burnout, then the hotel gets its money back.
Willem?
Okay, yeah, leaves me with luckily. Obviously, we had a kind of a discussion behind the scenes because it is, or it was, a close finish. You all three did very well, but there can only be one, the winner. And luckily, I am impressed by what you have done already so far. The messages you sent out today, the day before, and also how you have presented it on the stand. So, yeah, I think the system works. It's already, let's say, proven. Although we might want to tweak the earning module, but that's besides the point. I have to say, if you are on stage and you are given 5 minutes, use your 5 minutes. You had 1 minute left and you could have used 20% more of your time to convince the audience to spend money, to collect money, fine, whatever. But you did very well, and it's not every day, of course, you are on stage and presenting here for a critical audience and critical judges. So luckily, yeah, you to us, you are there up and running, and it will become or will be a sustainable success. So I would say keep on going, and yeah, Katerina, over to you.
Over to me. I've got the really great job of announcing the winner. But first, I'd like to say a massive thank you to our judges. You've been absolutely fantastic, not too dragony. It was really good. Thank you very much. And the winner of Pitch Live 2023 at the Independent Hotel Show is Hedwig Actual. There you go. Congratulations. Yay. Well done.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
I didn't prepare a speech, but I hope that I can come back next year and show you some successful projects that we did with hotel brands. We're a very small company, so unfortunately I have to leave the fair pretty quick to, to go to the office. But my colleagues Davy and Diana are there in the back. And I also would like to especially thank Tetra Pak and Earthwater for presenting me this opportunity. And of course, the judges and everyone.
Well done. Yeah, well done. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching. There's lots going on around the show today, so make sure you take a look at the program and have a great day at the show.